Hey, happy Friday evening to you. How's it going tonight? Texas Redleg here. I wanted to come back around to a video that I've done previously about certain books that are important to me and I think could be important to you as well. And I sort of categorize them a certain way. This first book I wanted to show you guys and gals is it's called a pocket reference. And I got this at Harbor Freight. And it is a pretty doggone neat little, I'll just call it a quick reference book, but it has just tons of stuff in it. Everything from construction related things to batteries to stuff about the planets, the solar system, to knots. It's really cool. Different wire gauges, periodic table, talks about minerals, biology, airports of the world. I mean, this thing is just pretty cool. It even has even discusses the different branches of the military and the different military ranks. And anyway, I got this at Harbor Freight, and I think it was about $10. It's pretty amazing. Talks about conveyors, mining, aggregates, paints and finishes. Just really, glue, paint, solvents. I would really recommend that y'all pick one of these up, and you can get them online as well. This is the 4th edition. This one's by Sequoia. Let's see if I can. It's written by Thomas Glover. And here's some information for you if you're interested in, grabbing one. But again, you can just Google Thomas Glover pocket reference and it'll come up for you. There's several editions, like I said, but this thing is really cool. And it's so small, you just throw it in a backpack and you got it, you're good. But it's very educational. Another book that I wanted to pass along, and this is, in reference to maybe SHTF more than other things, but this is a Hazardous Materials book. And also a little compliance pocketbook as well, but it just lists tons of hazmat and placards and different things like that what placards mean what, and how to store things, how to identify things that you might come across, various hazardous materials tables. Really neat stuff. But this one's put out by J.J. Keller. You can see there. Anyway, it talks about corrosives and flammables, poisons, etc., etc. Really cool book to have in your inventory. I would highly recommend that, if not this one, you pick up some type of hazardous materials pocketbook or quick reference, just in case you were to need it down the road. A few others that I recommend, not necessarily these, but something maybe along the same lines, are these different construction booklets. You see I've got one here on plumbing, concrete, masonry, wiring, and then just general carpentry for residential. And I've just collected this stuff throughout the years, and those books right there could be really handy for you should we ever end up in a pretty bad way and a sort of a rebuilding type situation. That'll really come in handy for you to have some knowledge in the areas of those trades if you're not already there. But I think even if you are already there, this would be helpful. Of course, the codes have changed through the years, and they change about every 3 to 4 years anyway. But a lot of the stuff doesn't change that much, and in a rebuilding situation, you're probably just going to do what you got to do anyway. So I would look at those types of books as well, construction related things to maybe enhance your property or build back if you were to have to. And two other books that I've talked about before are, or at least one of them is a book by Gavin DeBecker called The Gift of Fear. And Gavin DeBecker owns and runs the premier VIP protection company in the world, as far as I know. I'm sure there's several of them out there now that have a wide footprint with regards to international travel and VIPs and such. But it's a really good book for risk management, risk assessment, male and female. It's a very educational book, and I think you'll enjoy it. It's a little in your face. It's a little graphic, and it could be considered traumatic for some when reading it, but it will educate you, and it will prepare you to have a different mindset when it comes to the world. And I suggest that, again, The Gift of Fear by Gavin DeBecker. You can pick it up on Amazon or many other places, I'm sure. And then his second book is called Fear Less, again, by Gavin DeBecker. And this discusses the realm of risk management, security, and I would encourage people to seriously reevaluate their security situation if they haven't already. And these books will help you do that, and it will change your mindset about the world and the people that are standing next to you at the store or in traffic or on the highway, whatever the case may be. I think you'll get a lot of mileage out of those two books, and they'll keep you entertained, and they'll also, like I said, give you maybe a shock enough where it'll kick you in the pants and make you start paying more attention when you're out in public or at home, because that's a very dicey, cold world out there, and people need to learn how to be safe and protect themselves and use good judgment and make good decisions when it comes to their personal security. So I would encourage those two books to be read as well. And then one final book I have is just this little survival hacks book. I'm sure tons of people have these, whatever the case may be. There's tons of them out there, but I thought it would be a pretty cool book to have, and I've read through some of it, and it's just pretty basic stuff, but some of this stuff I had no idea about. I mean, I've heard of people doing bow drills and learning how and seen them, make them on TV on a survival show or whatever, but this sort of breaks it down, piece by piece on how to do it. And it talks about making a rain collection system out of a 2-liter bottle, just all kinds of different stuff here. Talks about sanitizing water with bleach. Talks about, learning how to make a little camping table, this and that. So how to tension ropes and how to place a tarp properly to, dry in a bushcraft shelter, stuff like that. So survival hacks, that might be a good book for you to have as well, and I'm sure there's tons of them out there to choose from. But anyway, I just wanted to throw those books at you there. Hopefully these will make you think about what's going on and maybe areas you can improve on. And then of course, if you got some books to pass along, please do. Love to know your thoughts on that and how you what's in your collection with regards to books and such. So I hope everybody is planning on having a good weekend, and maybe top off some of those preps that you have been putting off. Maybe you can get caught up on that before too much longer. You know, times are getting a little dicier every day, it seems like, and the food shortages and price gouging that seems to be taking place. I think that we got more of that in our future, so you may want to hedge against that and buy yourself some food and prep insurance. In other words, get those things stocked up so you don't have to worry about it later. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Please report anything regarding your supermarkets and big box stores as far as supply and pricing goes. And that way we're all that much more ahead of the game. So with that, keep prepping, stack it deep, along with the Republic.